Well, here we are. This is Midsummer. Precisely. The morning of Midsummer's Day. Here in North Bohemia. It's my home. And I'm sitting in a stone circle that I was asked to create by my guides here on sacred land. I'll take you on a walk around the garden. Excuse the shadow. And that's the sound of a combine harvester in the background. It's over 30 degrees here at the moment and the roses have got crisped. But look at that sky. No filter. I believe this is Rosamundi. I have 2 or 3 different types of striped roses. I forget where I placed them. The camera works a bit dodgy. This is just recorded on my phone, so there's no balancing. It's all a bit jumpy, so I apologise for that. That's a modern tea rose. I had to I planted about 150 old English roses, but at least a third of them got killed by voles over the last 2 winters. And I forgot to put my microphone on as well, so sorry about that. That's the culprit. Moles make holes, and then the voles fill the moles' holes. It's a shaky, dodgy camera work here. Now, this. That's I built the circle first and then I dowsed afterwards and discovered, my guides had told me that there's energy lines on the land here, and so through my neighbour's land there, you probably can't see, but there's a low spot there with wildflowers, white wildflowers. The line comes through there, pretty much where that molehill is, unsurprisingly, through there, and then goes down there, where the cherry and walnut tree is down there. And then, where that gap is in the fence, in the hedgerow, sorry, by the fence, you probably can't see it from here. There's another line comes up past the tree where the tree's shadow is there, the lime tree, and then unsurprisingly another molehill, what was ant hill. He goes through here, straight where the ammonite is, exactly where the tree is, and lined up with the blue spruce behind. And then you'll see there's another gap in the hedgerow where nothing grows, and then it goes straight through those two houses. I wouldn't want to live in those with an energy line tearing right through it, although I do think it's a positive energy line. I haven't asked that question yet. So let's go for a walk. A bit of a jerky walk because the camera's uneven. Also the ground's uneven, so the camera work is not great. Show you some more roses. What's left of them after the storms. That's peonies. There we go. And then old English roses. Another peony. Amazing colours. Old English roses again. This one's collapsed again in the storm, unfortunately. I'll sort it out in the winter time. Another old one. I've got the names of these, but I forget. Plenty of weeds in here. There's actually I must move it this autumn. There's a ornamental pear tree there that has to come out. It's being dwarfed. And there's Albertine rose, which is glorious rose. This rose is called Deresh, and it's what inspired me 30 more years ago to get interested in gardening. When I saw it at I think it was Bicton Park in Devon, many years ago now. This has that magenta colour, and the scent is like ripe apricots. I don't know what this one is. It was in the garden when I came here, but as you can see, it's prolific. Every year I plant up expensive shop-bought pelargoniums and petunias. This year I thought I'd give nasturtiums a try. 2 packets of seeds, and you're away. What could be more old cottage than nasturtiums? That's what they would have grown back in the cottager days. These Stachys lamb's ears, as my mother used to call them. They're brilliant in the garden because they fill up any gap. And they're called lamb's ears on account of the soft, well, looks like lamb's ears and feels like them. Not that I've ever felt a lamb's ear. Believe it or not, I am pressing the stop button to edit this video, but the video won't stop. So, now this is, so I apologise for the road noise. This is Albertine climber. I forget the origins of the name, but I would guess it's to do with Prince Albert of Great Britain. And this Vita Sackville West, love this rose as much as I do. I think it's one of my favourites. And it's And then once it gets going, it's an amazing climber, as you can see. But as Vita describes it best, the buds, she says they're like coppery pink. Pink, but dipped in tea. The scent here is amazing standing here. Probably on account of all the heat we've had. I have to say I'm not very good with the heat, so I much prefer the poorer weather. I'm a bit strange like that. And in this one, now this isn't Rosamundi, but it is a striped one, but I forget the name. It might be Ferdinand Pichard. I'll have to have a look. Or Picard, I suppose, rather than Pichard. I don't know. Rose aficionados will know. This rose nearly died because it was eaten by voles, and the roots, they eat the roots over winter. So it's coming back, I think. I do hope it survives because it's a nice one. And then over here to the foxgloves. What cottage garden would be without foxgloves? I love these from childhood. Now I forget the name of this, but isn't it nice? I guess it's a climber, but it's only about 2 meters high. And then another Albertine, because I love them so much. That's the pink buds, coppery pink. Amazing flower. The scent here is gorgeous. And then we have a white rambler on the wall there. It looks like rambling rector, but it's not as vigorous. Doesn't take over this one, but I forget the name again, of course. I mean, if you wanted to know the names, I'll have a look and leave a note if you ask me in the comments. I had to shift quickly then because I had a horsefly on my leg. That's the perils of wearing shorts this time of year. I've already been bitten by a horsefly this year. It's traditional, every year I get bitten by them. Insects seem to love me. Now this cherry tree, look. This is ancient and it's beautiful. Look at that. How about that for Midsummer's Day? Now I'm allergic to cherries. There's an irony. A cherry tree like this in my garden. But I'm reliably informed that these cherries are some of the best ever tasted. So I'm sure it's a very, very old variety. Look at this. If I can get it in focus, look at this trunk. Well, branch. Look at that. And still going strong. It's probably 100 years old. Okay, so that's Midsummer's Day from the garden. I do other videos indoors where it's a little bit cooler.